Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mexico for the 2025 8-Scale Nitro Sports Car VRC World Championship. I'm Mike Garrison. This is your top 10 drivers after qualifying a 20-minute A-main to decide our world champion. Drone sounds, we are on and underway. It's going to be Rosicki, your top qualifier, taking the early lead here in this one. Right there behind him in the number 2 spot, going to be none other than Jimmy Black, the Oval Master here in VRC-Pro. Good to see him out there in the 8-Scale Sports Cars. As he dives to the inside, Jimmy Flack! Oh, big mistake for Flack! Just as he takes over the number 1 spot, pitches that inside curve, spins it out. Jakub Rosicki out front, leading the way here in this one. Billy Cayley out for the number 2 spot. Spinello in the number 3 spot. Kopratowski in 4th. Logan in 5th. A lot of racing left to go here for these drivers. A 20-minute A-main. Back around on the left-hand side, as you can see, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Jimmy Flack right back into the mix here in this one. As they come back on the right-hand side, Cayley up for the number 2 spot here. Kopratowski up into 3rd. Jimmy Flack back up to the number 4 spot here. Jimmy Flack and Billy Cayley have battled it out year after year in our oval divisions. This is quite a sight to see here in 8-Scale Sports Cars. Back through the chicane they go, back around here. Carragher's in the number 10 spot. Qualified 7th, off to a bit of a rough start here in this one. Trying to work his way back up to the front of the pack here. As we're coming back around here, Jakub Rosicki out front, leading the way. Spinello in 2nd. Kopratowski still in 3rd. Billy Cayley in the number 4 spot. Here comes that battle now for 2nd and 3rd. Spinello taking over the number 2 spot. Kopratowski trying to take it back from him here. Back and forth they go, side by side. Crossing the line, down the back straightaway they go. Back on the left-hand side, Kopratowski, a 14-0 that time by. His personal best there for Kopratowski. Oh, Kopratowski making a bobble there. Good save for him. He gives up the possession to Spinello. However, holds on to 3rd. Jimmy Flack in 4th, Billy Cayley in 5th. Then they come back around down the front stretch on the right side. See what they got this time around here. Very close racing here between these 3 drivers, 3 wide. Jimmy Flack tries to dive to the inside. And Flack trying to take a 2-for-1 special, not able to make it happen. Here comes Billy Cayley. Into the chase cam we go. Billy Cayley qualified in the number 5 spot. His fast lap race last time by a 14.2. Back through the chicane. Wow. Love the chase cam through that chicane. You can see just how fast these drivers navigating around this track here in Mexico. Back on the back stretch there. 14.278. Billy Cayley's fast lap. 14.3 last time by. And right now he's got Victor Loven closing the gap up on him there in the green and white. Back to the battle for 3rd and 4th here. Spinello and Jimmy Flack. Jimmy Flack in the blue and white. Spinello in the pink, white, and blue. Down the front stretch they go. They got Kopratowski just ahead of him. Meanwhile, Rosicki going to be out front leading the way here in this one. Back to the chicane. Oh, Kopratowski makes a bobble. Now it's a 3-way battle. Back down the front straightaway they go. It's Jimmy Flack up in the number 2 spot now. Kopratowski in that number 3 spot. Spinello just behind these 2. It's anybody's race at this point. Fast lap for Spinello, a 14.1 on lap number 7. Around here, Jimmy Flack back up to the 3 spot here. Kopratowski in the 2 spot. Spinello going to be right there behind him. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Billy Cayley in the number 5 spot. 1.2 seconds out of this battle here. We come back around, you can see Jimmy Flack. Mr. Consistency in the oval. He's doing the same here as he is picking off fast lap after fast lap. Trying to close the gap up on Kopratowski in 2nd. Here is your race leader, a 13.9 on lap number 15. Fast lap of the race of any of the drivers on the racetrack here in this one. Rosicki going to be out front. He has got a 2.9-second lead here. Again, a 20-minute race here for these drivers. And all side by side again. Spinello and Flack. Back through the chicane they go, Spinello. Good line for him there. Flack up on the inside curve. Here comes Flack in for pit lane. 5 minutes into this one, Flack is on the wall. And he's in and out. Good pit stop there. We'll see how all the pit stops shake things up here in this one. Here comes Spinello. Spinello into pits here. 5:15. He's in on the wall. Here comes your race leader. Working his way through a bit of traffic here. Your leader coming in for fuel this time by. Comes in at the 5:25 mark. He is in and out of pit lane. Good pit stop for him as well. There is Kopatowski, our second place driver. Oh, a little bump against the wall there for Kopatowski. He's going to be in the number 2 spot. Jimmy Flack in third. Let him get a lap in here. We'll see how all this shakes out after all these drivers have made their pit stops. Jimmy Flack down the backstretch on the left-hand side. His fast lap right now, a 13.938. Very close to the 13.936 of your race leader. That could be Rosicki. With Jimmy Flack right now turning just as fast a laps as your race leader. However, Zeke right now, Mr. Consistency out front. He's got a 3.5-second lead. Mario Spinello. 14-0, his fast lap on lap number 20. Back down the front stretch he goes on the right-hand side. Here's your race leader, Rosicki. 14-0, 14-1, 14-1, 14-1. Wow, 13.992, 3 laps in a row. That is incredible. I tell you what, Jakob Rosicki, he has got this racetrack and that car dialed in. Jimmy Flack in the number 3 spot here, 1 second behind Kopatowski. Spinello in the 4 spot here, Billy Cayley in the 5. Spinello working his way back to the infield section here. Victor Logan in that number 6 spot. AI in the number 7. Erger in the number 8 spot. Andrew Bardetta in the 9. Graham Raystrip in the number 10 spot here in this one. Here's Jimmy Flack in that number 3 spot. 1.4 seconds back from our number 2 driver, Kopatowski. 7:45 into this one. Still a lot of racing to go here for these drivers. I would say at this point, our top 5 drivers, it is still anybody's race. Leaky out front here in this one. We'll see what his lead is this time by. Victor Logan working his way around his fast lap of 14.206. Zeke with a 4.2-second lead. Which, do not get me wrong, it is a very impressive lead. However, with as much time as left in this race, anything can happen. Here comes your race leader working his way back around here. 13.980 on lap number 33. His fast lap still to 13.936. Overall fast lap of the race so far by 2 thousandths of a second over Jimmy Flack's fast lap in second. There's Kopatowski crossing the line once again, a 14.2. There's Jimmy Flack. Flack going to be 2.3 seconds back from him. I'll tell you what, Jimmy, he has got Mario Spinello closing the gap fast. Oh, just as I say that, big mistake there for Spinello. Catches that inside curve. Spins a 180. That's going to cost him right there. Spinello was really closing the gap up on Jimmy Flack. He is now going to be 1.6 seconds back. Here's Victor Loven in the number 6 spot. He's going to be 0.6 of a second back from Billy Cayley. He's got Andrew Bardetta there just ahead of him. Bardetta in the number 10 spot. Lap traffic right now. Back around on the right-hand side. Loven in the green and white. Billy Cayley in the all-white. Move the left-hand sweeper back into the chicane. There's Billy Cayley. Back down the front stretch. not too far away from our second set of pit stops here in this race. Andrew Bardetta running right there with Loven. They are a lap apart. Loven in the 6th spot, Bardetta in the 10th spot. Bardetta, though, showing he's got the speed. Had a bit of a rough start in this one. And we're 10-10 into this one. Just past the halfway mark, here comes Loven. Loven into pit lane. He's in it on the wall. Here comes Billy Cayley. Cayley down the backstretch on the left-hand side here. Cayley turned his fastest lap, 37 laps in with a 14.238. He goes on by. Here's your race leader, Jakob Rosicki. Back to the chicane he goes, coming back around on the left side. He's going to go on by as well. Look at those lap times. 13.9 again on lap number 43. Rosicki back to the chicane here. Kopratowski getting ready to cross the line. There's your race leader in for fuel. He is in on the wall. 11 minutes into this one. 9 minutes to go. Good pit stop for your race leader. There's Graham Raystrick right there behind you. Raystrick in the number 9 spot. He's going to be a lap off the leader here in this one. Sneaky back onto the right-hand side of the racetrack, coming back around. Down the backstretch he goes. Coming into the infield chicanes. 20.6 with the pit stop. Yuki getting up on the curb just a bit there. Back around on that left-hand side. Back to the chicane he goes. Kopratowski in 2nd. Jimmy Flack in 3rd. Spinella in 4th. Victor Loven still in 5th. Billy Cayley in 6th. AI in 7th. Harrogers in 8th. Raystrick in 9th. And Andrew Bardetta rounding out our top 10 here in our A-Main Action Debate Scale Nitro Sportscars. Kopratowski back down. Whoa! Kopratowski, a little off-road there. Doubling over the curb. Billy Cayley working his way back around here down the front stretch. 12:15 into this one. Cayley back down the back stretch he goes. On to the left-hand side. Loven in 5th. 0.6 of a second ahead of Billy Cayley. And there you see Cayley trying to work his way by Raystrick. They are a lap apart. Back around here comes Cayley through the chicane. Back down to the front stretch here. We'll see the gap. It looks to me like Cayley. He was 0.4 of a second back last time by. And this time 0.6 of a second. So has lost a little bit of time. That last lap around. 13 minutes in. Billy Cayley working his way back to the right side. 0.7 of a second now. So Victor Loven, he can sense Billy Cayley closing that gap, and Loven now starting to stretch it out 0.1 of a second at a time. Here he comes back around, this time by 14.4. Billy Cayley 0.6 of a second back. Here's Kopratowski in the number 2 spot. He is going to be 6.8 seconds out of the lead here. Jimmy Flack in 3rd, 2.8 seconds back from our 2nd place driver with a 4.3 second gap over 4th and Mario Spinello. Jimmy Flack taking a look at the consistency there for him. 14.2, 14.2, 14.2. His fast lap again, a 13.938. 0.02 of a second slower than our race leader's fastest lap. Kopratowski there in the number 2 spot. Back around on the right-hand side. Here comes Jimmy Flack. We're going to be coming up on our final set of pit stops. Here for the... Oh! Jimmy! Hang on to it, Jimmy Flack. Through the S section he goes. Catches the curb. Just about loses it. What a save. Loses a few 0.1 of a second there to Mario Spinello in the number 4 spot. Still, though, with a 4.5 second lead. 14:30 in. Here's your race leader. Rosicki working his way back to the right-hand side here. Cross the line, back down the backstretch. Kopratowski in the number 2 spot. Kopatowski getting up on the curb a bit there. Flack still in third. Kopatowski 7.7 seconds out of the lead. Jimmy Flack 4 seconds behind Kopatowski. Here's Mario Spinello. He's going to be 4.2 seconds back from Jimmy Flack. And, ooh! Oh, no! Double there for Mario Spinello coming into pit lane. Spinello making a bobble there. Here comes Jimmy Flack in for fuel. Good clean pit stop for him. Flack in and on the wall. He is out. Wow. So Spinello, a little bit of trouble. It started at the entrance of pit lane. He caught the inside curve a bit, then got sideways coming down into pit lane itself. Victor Logan, his fast lap on lap number 56, a 14.1. Logan now only going to be 1.4 seconds back from Mario Spinello. Down the backstretch he goes there in the green and white. Billy Cayley going to be right there behind him, 0.2 of a second back. Back around on the right-hand side, I believe that is going to be your race leader in between them there. Obviously putting a lap on these drivers. Billy Cayley back to the front side here, right up against the wall. Coming back around, we'll see what Billy Cayley's got this time by. His fast lap of 14.172. Logan to 14.140. Back onto the right side once again. Logan crossed the line that time. Billy Cayley coming around 1 second back from Logan. That top 5 spot here. Rosicki still out front. 69 laps into this one. Kopatowski in the number 2 spot, 17 seconds back. So right now, your race leader with nearly a lap on the entire field. Jimmy Flack in the number 3 spot, 3 seconds back from Kopatowski. Spinello, 6.2 seconds back in 4th. Victor Logan in 5th. Billy Cayley 6th. Harriger's in 7th. AI in 8th. Graham Raystrick in 9th. Andrew Bardetta in 10th. 17-15 in. As we follow Mario Spinello coming back around to the front side here. A little slow motion action there. Spinello carving his way through lap traffic. Back over the right-hand side. Spinello grabbing a VRC World Championship earlier in the season. There's Billy Cayley working his way back around here. Cayley down the backstretch. 0.9 of a second back from Victor Logan. Back down the front stretch he goes. This race winding down. 18 minutes down. 2 minutes to go. Jakob Rosicki, your top qualifier. He jumped out front early on in this one. He is looking to go from tone to tone, start to finish. He is 75 laps in with nearly a 1-lap lead on the entire field. Kopatowski in the number 2 spot, Jimmy Flack in the 3 spot. Billy Cayley 1 second back from Victor Logan. There is Harriger's in the number 7 spot. Here is your race leader. As time is winding down in this one, look at those lap times right there. Talk about consistency. 14.1, 14.2 mixed in with a 13.9. Kopatowski in that number 2 spot here. Coming back around, he's going to be 4.5 seconds ahead of our 3rd place driver, Jimmy Flack. 1 minute to go now. Down the backstretch they go. It's been a grueling 20-minute race here for these drivers. Deacon looking for a world championship win. Can he hold on to it? 45 seconds to go. Here's Victor Logan in the number 5 spot. Here's your race leader. Coming back down the front stretch. Only a few laps left to go. Back down the backstretch he goes here. Working his way past Andrew Bardetta in the number 10 spot. Putting another lap down. Back down to the front stretch here. 20 seconds to go. He's going to cross the line. He may get 2 more. We'll finish this one out, maybe get 1 more. Here's Jimmy Flack. Time is winding down here. It's going to be close. 40 race leader. He's going to go 1 more time. Lozicki on his victory lap now. Time has expired in this one. One final time around. Ladies and gentlemen, your world champion, Jakub Lozicki. Start to finish, an impressive win there. Kopertowski finished up in the number 2 spot. A big congratulations to Jimmy Flack, rounding out your top 3 here in this one.